This is it. Today is the day. The final battle of Raptoria. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. The fleet has been minimized due to losses against George, but the economy has been stabilized, and now with it thriving, our navy will thrive as well. Our ships are fully armed with special equipment ready to destroy the enemy. As you can see, pretty much every one of these ships has a very great set of different types of bonuses that will provide a lot of extra armor in battle. For example, plus 40 hit points, minus 25 damage from cannons, and even stacked on top of each other. Every one of these ships is ready, including the Morning Dew 3, which we're going to rename to a war support ship. If our ships become damaged, we'll pull off the line and we'll switch out their goods with some extra tool chests, which will provide a lot of extra self-heal repair. And those stacked on top of each other will allow us to repair all of the ships if they become damaged in battle. This is our target here. We're going to try to attack this one today. I sold my final share to get some extra cash to roll the dice, and we're at peace right now with Carl for another 30 minutes, and then after that, the war begins, and the liberation will be complete. Carl, of course, was the one who threatened Raptoria, so if you haven't already, go ahead and click or tap the like button. If this episode gets up to 2,500 likes, we will continue the Anno 1800 series. But other than that, we've come to terms with our friends, such as George, who are now helping to pay the reparations and restoration of Raptoria. And he's come to an agreement that, of course, we are the undisputed rulers of the world. We can coincide with him, and if he ever gets out of line, boom, we got a more powerful navy. So what's to say about that? Alright, let's head back to the old world and get started. Good to see you all here yet again for more Anno 1800. It's been a long ride, but we're finally ready. We're going to start by naming some of the ships because we don't want to lose any of them. Previously we did, as some of them didn't really have any of the crews on board, but the ones that really did survive the most were the ones that were loaded up with troops, or rather extra goodies. So let's get all the ships that are named down to the bottom. And again, remember, we're going after names of Nordic historical value. So like, for example, the Raptoria there isn't, but did you see, let's see, the two here, the Loki and the Raptoria there. Looks like those are the only ones to... the Ragnarok as well. Perfect. Alright, let's get the rest of these ships named. Raptorian warship Thor is ready. And you can see that we've got Dre and Adams are with us quite a bit. Alright, let's see. Let's go on to the next ship then. And we have all these named here for the future, so they all should be ready. We'll also name this support ship the Raptorian warship in honor of our late flagship that is destroyed for the 14th time. This will be our support ship that will help our navy to succeed. We'll probably have to attack several times. Alright, Raptorian warship, I believe we have Loki already, so let's go with Tyr. Of course, these are all Nordic gods or historical events, anything to do with, what is this? Deemed Bream. Why would... Okay, what an interesting name. Alright, we have the Ragnarok, the Odin, the Thor. I think we'll do, let's go... Oh, yes, we have Thor, so let's go with Freyr. And let's go with a few other ones. The RWS Stromby, of course, one of the legendary Nordic gods. And of course, the RWS, let's go with RWS Scandinavia. Perfect. Alright, the fleet is ready to go now. And we just need to sit off the coast, and once we've defeated Carl, that will be the game. There's really not much else for us to do. I did state that I was going to reorganize a lot of the city, and we certainly did. We will have ourselves a victory parade at the end of today's episode, so make sure you absolutely stay tuned. We've got Victory Row pretty much ready to go. There's really not much left for me to do aside from, small little things like, building roads and reorganizing buildings. We did that before. That's satisfying, but also boring at the same time. I said I'd reorganize the pig pens and such, but it's pig pen after all. How much more organized can you get? But we did reorganize everything over here on this side. I'm very proud of that. And we did a little bit more reorganization of the area here. We have a zinc shortage, probably because one of our ships got destroyed, and since we're so invested in our influence, the biggest problem here is that if I don't hold all these islands, for example, Carl there will extend over to one of these little islands, so we better send our fleet over here instead in order to stop him. So let's send all the ships over here. we'll send everybody over this way. Yeah, so if I don't hold all these islands, he'll just simply go to another island, re-establish, and another island, and re-establish. So what we can do is if we get up to the certain number of likes, we can knock out George as well, but I kind of like being at peace with him, and I like a piece of his pie, namely the $48,000 share that I'm getting every couple of days here. And Carl, I don't think, owns anything else in the New World either. So if you take a look, it's just basically me and good old George, side by side. Like, I was going to say father and son, but I think he's actually way older than me, and I think it's more like Star Wars or something, where I feel like I'm more the evil one. So it does make sense for me to be like his older, eviler, Vadier father. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Today is the day, the big day. So get excited. And I can't wait to have a parade, too. There's some secrets that I know that can really make for a great parade. Look at this, how beautiful that is. People just walking across the street. I wish we got cars and things like that, too, but that's just another production chain that's going to take a little extra time. Perhaps we'll do that in the World's Fair series, so if you ever need a hankering for more Anno, check that out as well. Alright, so in 30 minutes the fleet will be ready to attack, and we lost quite a few ships at George's island, but that's why I did that, because I wanted the extra money to get all the upgrades to destroy Carl. We could have taken Carl out and wiped his island out, but that would have been the end of the series right there. If we destroyed Carl, I probably wouldn't have attacked George. And to take over some of these other islands is just going to be time-consuming. Not really challenging, but we just have to basically go in, attack, pull back, repair, and do it over and over and over again. So there's no doubt that this mighty fleet will be able to do it. Essentially, it's really like mutually assured destruction, except I'm the one with all the nukes. So if he ever makes me mad, I just press the button and his islands disappear. Alright, one more time in front of Raptoria, I suppose. The fleet will come. And let's get a epic screenshot here of them coming right in front of the harbor. Beautiful. All right. Well, a lot of ups and downs in the series. Bankruptcy and Navy wiped out, and game crashes and progress and setbacks. It's been a very interesting time, and I've been very happy to bring it all to you. So for those of you who made it all the way to the end, a very few number of you, I'm sure, it's been awesome. It's been an awesome ride. And I can't wait to do more Anno 1800 in the future. I suppose I'll come back when there's some sort of DLC. A lot of players were mentioning that they'd like to see some sort of ground combat and more to do in the New World, and I'm assuming with this being a video game and with it being made by a company, you know, a AAA company like Ubisoft, and, well, you bet there's going to be some DLC coming. That'll add some more content, some more missions, and hopefully some ground combat. Could you imagine if perhaps we got early, maybe World War I tech? Could you imagine if we got some battle tanks or something like that? I mean, we have motors, we have cannons, why not, right? Alright, I can see the fleet coming now. I can feel them, actually. If you listen closely, you can hear the cheering of all the mothers and fathers and young brothers and sisters of the members of the Navy who was about to succeed in destroying the enemy who tried to destroy us and prevent us from becoming such a vibrant nation. Seriously, though, are they coming? Alright, I've been talking long enough. Hello? Oh, there you go. Wait, oh, they stopped right there? I pressed shift when I told them to come over.
Fleet ready?
It's supposed to make a waypoint. Lol. Alright, you guys get over here. So that's interesting. That warship technique with the repairs might be an interesting one to work. So let's see here as the Navy comes by. Excellent. Alright, so the warship fleet will sneak on by. Wonderful. A circle 7 for all those naval members. Show those salute. Excellent. So we probably lost about, I think we had about a 16-ship fleet. Now we're down to about 8, so we did lose quite a good number of ships, but Raptoria ain't going down without a fight. And to be honest, I have to hold those islands, because if I remove all of that influence, and Carl goes back onto those islands, and I build 20 more ships, it's just going to prolong it. So it's basically like, you know, if I give up all the islands, he's just going to get them all back. Plus, I got a lot of investors now, but it's not going to be enough to get all the ships that we want. So let's get ready.
Stations.
Glad George decided to join us by legal requirement. Alright, where are we going to hit first? So we could do a lot of damage over at this side port, and that would cause an immense amount of damage, and we wouldn't have to attack this main port as much. Also, he doesn't have a very heavy gun like George did, so this gives us a little bit of a chance. Oh, he does have a heavy gun, but it's on that side, so we'll be able to do a lot of damage here. Some of our ships also have upgrades to fire further. So with that, they might be able to attack the enemy at a greater range, or at least be able to escape faster if they take damage. So I think we'll hit the guns over here, try to do as much damage to all the shoreline here that we can, pull back to repair, and then hit even more to force a surrender. And with that, we will clear out the island, and that will be the fall of George. Now, it would be kind of satisfying to take over all these islands, but I think actually leaving another player around makes it... I don't want to be lonely, I'm going to be honest. I want a friend. And George is a perfect trading partner. Plus, I think it makes the game easier. During the open beta and closed beta times, I took over the world, and it was pretty easy to trade during that time, but after that, it's when real bankruptcy and stuff started to happen. Well, not bankruptcy, but our profits could have been much greater, because we'd have more trading partners. Man, look at that. We did so much in this city. Railroads, we actually have cars working, even though we don't have any automobile factories. You can see them zipping around with cargo. Concrete factories working. Everything's full up. Like, look at that. Everything is full. I've even got lumber back. I had to make some more lumber mills, so that way I could upgrade all the houses to investors. Just beautiful. Just been a fantastic run. But the battle is not won yet. So we're going to try to hit them over here. So let's see what ships have our upgrades. So if you take a look here, the telemobile scope gives us an attack range of plus 15. A surveyor of the sea, it detects the presence of metallic bodies all around. Yeah, so it gives us a plus 15% range. So if we take a look, this ship here will be able to attack from that distance, as we're in a comparable ship, we'll have to attack from a much smaller distance. So let's take a look at the cannons.
Ready for action.
So this ship here will be able to attack pretty much at the exact range that a cannon would. So let's get our ships ready for broadsides.
Ready.
We have 30 minutes to set up then until our ceasefire expires. There's nothing I can do to increase that time or decrease that time. But our repair ship will be standing by. We even gave it extra armor just in case, and there is a chance that Carl's fleet will come over, to which I think he has just a maybe one dreadnought. This will be his last stand over here, his final island that he'll retreat to, which we can smash with no problem. We'll do that last. But his main island is exactly what we're trying to strike. Interesting that it takes so much influence to stop the enemy from doing whatever they're going to do. Alright, so we'll line these ships one at a time. Let's speed up time a little bit. There we go.
Battle cruiser
So let's set these ships up. You're going there. You're going to go behind.
Engines underway.
Oh, it's going to be a bad day for you, Carl. Revenge is here. I think we lost our flagship again, too, during some lapse in ceasefire. So that really seems to be the only time we've taken any damage. Finally, today is the day.
Ready for action.
I would go for total dominance, but you know what else is a good thing? Is that since all these pirates are around, maybe we could go to war for pirates as a bonus, but it depends on your support. So if you're asking for where's Raptoria, where's more Anno, gotta show your support. There's lots more we could do that I've already done. I've already taken over the pirates before in a previous Raptoria series. So check out that one as well. During the closed beta, we did that. Alright, let's head back to the fleet. And, killing the pirates is not really as satisfying because, annoyingly enough, they actually continue to return. So you do need to, like, park some ships there, otherwise they just resettle, and the whole game begins again. So there's really no reason to get rid of the pirates.
Battle cruiser on the warpath.
Alright, let's get the ships ready to go. And we want to make sure no guns over here can support, so we don't want to get too close.
Battle path set.
Excellent, this is going to look quite amazing.
Aye.
I wonder when the buoy goes down, if the buoy marks where the middle of the ship will stop or where the nose will stop. I'm not entirely sure, but look at that blockade. Carl, you must know we need business. There might be a ceasefire, my man, but... oh man, that's going to be a bad day for you. And I'm really excited that... oh, damn, he's got a big gun here, too. Alright, well, good thing we're attacking him last after all these upgrades. So the center of the ship seems to stop where the buoy was. Alright, the fleet is ready. George has a lot of ships, too, but I'm not really afraid of him. And I'm glad we were able to secure the economy now. That allowed me to get all that extra stuff. If I would have attacked Carl first, I wouldn't have had all that extra money. I would have cleared him out, and we would have still been in debt, and I wouldn't have been able to spend... By the way, I spent all my motors and all my advanced weapons, and I got $10 million from that, and just continued to re-roll at both the prison and the searchable Blakes until we were able to get all the stuff necessary. So we'll have our support ship over here, just across from Raptoria. All the people can watch from up here what's about to happen. Imagine this. You're at work at the one of the grain farms. Let's see if we can actually zoom in over there. I want to see if I can get down to street level. Let's see if we can go into the grain farm itself. Aw, looks like there's a whole fence around it. Darn it. Ma'am, can you let me... Sir? Alright. Well, you get the point. Oh, beautiful little island there. What if we could put something out on that island? Hold on. I want to know. Oh. It's a non-buildable space. It'd be cool to build a bridge out there. It's just for looks. Any wrecked ships down there? No. Alright. What the heck did we sink?
Good and ready.
Did any of our ships drop something?
To your stations.
Game saved.
That's strange. A bag of money. Must have been a pirate or something passing by that got shot by Carl, maybe. Maybe he's not in a ceasefire with them. Alright, the Navy is here, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 ships, 10 in total, plus the flagship at heart. For life. Rat Pack for life. Okay, so hopefully we hit all these guns. We'll probably have to target the big gun first, and then target everything else. I wonder what it says DPS.
Meaningless talk. Let's see how...
How come I can't build one of those? How do you build one of those? Let's see. I want to see exactly how much damage and what exactly that gun does. So if we go to engineers... Ah, there she is. Oh, it takes 14 influence. Deals a huge area damage to enemies over a very long range at the cost of long reload times. I wonder why it requires 60 windows, you know? It's just weird requirements for some of those things. I could understand the wood and everything else. And we could put it right there if we wanted. But that's a big amount of influence, though. Damn. I'd rather have the ships, to be honest. Mobile defense. Alright, everything's ready.
Just say the
So
word.
as our ships become damaged, they can pull off the line, and then we can put them into self-repair plus 800%, and then a lot of them with 600. We have... I think a few of these ships are already armed with that, too, so they can escape.
Ceasefire has
It's like one of them, 2 of them have it. So 2 of them have it already. So this will be my plan to try to preserve the Navy now as we're getting down to our influence. We've also lost a couple of trade ships and an oil tanker, too, to pirates. Luckily, we don't need the oil tanker as much. And I did provide electricity to the center of town. So back at Raptoria, pretty much all the main downtown area is finally supplied with power. And I think we have more than enough oil. Oh yeah. Supply is decreasing a bit, but we can try to... Actually, I wonder if we can do imports on that. No, you can't. But what we can do is build another oil site up here to get rid of the rest of the oil. Or to use the rest of the oil. There's one more there. And then also we can import from Port Dino if needed. And I can build another ship. But we're going to need the influence back, so it won't be long until we're out of power. So probably what we'll want to do is just keep everything unpowered until we've got the Navy back, so that way we can build stuff with oil. But it'll be okay. We actually don't need the power downtown, so let's go ahead and turn that off. We'll conserve some of the oil. And then we'll build another oil tanker when the war is over. That'll be our first thing to do. And with the oil tanker, that'll supply our extra businesses. Where is that thing? Oh, it's back there. Alright, let's shut that down. Alright, Raptoria is a very happy capital, I see. Alright, let's see. We've got a 14-minute cooldown, so if we speed up time... I'm pretty much ready for this war, and I know you have been too. We've been set back many a time. Alright, 14 minutes. So the only thing I can do then in the meantime is really nothing. All of our ships are pretty much set to go.
Pumping smoke, Admiral.
Let's go ahead and zoom back up this way. There we go. So all the ships are ready. And our support ship is here. Don't know why we need a bag of money, but I guess we got it. Trade ships are working. And we just need more influence. Each engineer that you upgrade gives you one more influence point. So it's kind of pointless to do all that. But until we win this war against Carl, I don't have the influence for it. Because if I unoccupy one of these islands, Carl's just going to take it, or George. And this is to stop them from expanding, just so we can keep them under control. Too bad there's no way to get really much more influence.
My bowels churn afresh. Ideally,
sir.
one should keep one's promise.
Archibald Blake, you came to me with a quest on the day of my daughter's birthday. I mean, wedding. Okay. So let's see. We'll hit Big Bertha first, then the heavy guns, then the light guns. And then we'll hit the
You'll soon be back
sand
here
mine,
before a fighting
saltpeter,
scheme to
sir, and then the docks. That should get him down to probably maybe about halfway to surrendering. Not halfway down the bar, but halfway to surrendering. And then we'll have to hit. Oh, he doesn't have an oil. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have any connection to the New World. How the hell is Carl getting all this stuff? Oh, right, because he has at least an oil source here. Oh, he has 7.
Game saved.
He's got a few of them occupied. Oh, he's got 4. Interesting. Alright. Well, Carl, it's going to be a bad day for you, sir. How much time are we left on the ceasefire? 10 minutes. Alright, we've gotten 4 minutes back. My goodness. Alright, I'll see everyone at the start of the battle. Here we go. Get ready. Alright, we got about a minute here until it is time to go to war with Carl, but one thing I was looking at before we go to war is if you click here, you can see the military and economy comparisons. You can see here that our economy is like at 37 because we're making about $37,000 or whatnot. He is at 39. He has no connection to the New World, which means no cotton for fur coats or anything like that, and limited oil, but yet still managing to make 39. And our military here, I think it also takes into account turrets on the coast and ships and things. He's at 103. But Georgie boy here is at 226, though I don't think it takes into account special modifiers that are on board our ships. So anyway, it is about time to begin the war here. This is the final battle for Raptoria. Let it begin. All those ships are going to start firing at the same time. Let's actually slow down speed here as we now enter a state of war with Carl. The final battle for Raptoria begins now. All ships prepare to fire. Sound the alarm.
Ceasefire has ended.
Open fire. Damn, look at those guns go. Alright, let's tell all guns to open fire on Carl's main cannon. Oh, that's right. That's what I want to see. Check that out. Oh, Big Bertha doing some big hits. Oh, but look at that. Raptorian ships all firing at once. Open fire. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you any idea how much that cost?
It's a lot, I'm sure. Look at the minimal damage that he's been doing to our ships. Huge explosions, but minimal damage. The main gun has been destroyed. The Raptoria taking a good amount of damage here. Look at that. Oh, that is incredible, the amount of damage from those ships. Fire all together. Fire! Woo! That's excellent. Imagine if we had the full fleet upgraded like this. Absolutely fantastic.
It's a waste of time for both.
Alright, Carl wants to give his peace treaties. We're just going to instantly cancel those. Fire! Oh, damn, that is devastating. Raptoria fires first. Fire! Oh man, we can eliminate a gun almost with one blast. Beautiful. Remaining businesses will go down next. Alright, I thought we'd get to about this point where I have my cursor right now, when this is entirely destroyed, but it seems not to be the case. And our Raptoria ship standing by is doing okay. Now here's the thing. If I pull these ships back and repair them, there is a chance that they'll explode. There's a glitch in the game, I think, where if you take out certain items while a ship is basically pulled back from a line. If you change from one ship to another while it's damaged, the ship will just explode. The game can't recognize it for some reason. So we will lose a ship due to even more BS game mechanics. Just like how we lost a game at one point. Do you remember when we captured an island, I deleted it and it led to our defeat? Imagine that in multiplayer. That must be amazingly frustrating. I'm going to leave the fleet here now as we've leveled everything until we get the marker to attack further. And the Raptoria is immediately repairing. I'm hesitant to pull any of these ships off the line because we could lose one. So I don't want that to happen. So we're going to hold here just for a moment. All of our ships did really well. Excellent work. Some of them not even taking any damage whatsoever. Very good. The two main ships here taking the most damage were the Raptoria and the Tyr, and little damage to the Stromby. But it looks good so far. Okay, the next thing to do then is to take out guns over here. And I think the best thing to do will probably try to take out the guns towards the bottom. And then go towards the top and then hit Carl's final outpost, his final hideout. We did a good job of lining up these ships beforehand to bring basically the ultimate fire against the enemy. But we need to be careful. We need to be able to pull off the line whenever the case might call for it. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the Navy into position on the other side.
Fleet on the move.
We might be able to block some of Carl's ships too. Strangle him a little bit. Alright, let's go over this way. Alright, so now, the major targets here, of course, another Big Bertha gun, as they call it, the Big Betty. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 major cannons to fall at the same time. So the Navy's pulling out of the destroyed harbor. Carl has been weakened. We need to renew the attack, or else we lose. Oh, God. Oh. Excellent. We're causing some good damage here. It's going to be within gun range here in a second. That gun will turn. And it's firing. We'll take light damage. But we'll continue on course.
Attention, the Admiral.
Excellent.
Resume the attack, or your siege will end.
Alright, we have 2 minutes and 52 seconds to continue the attack.
I better watch what I say.
Fleet ready.
So we're going to try to swoop around to hit the guns again.
Moving to coordinates.
I'm basically going to try to have all guns to hit that gun. So that way we can keep the Raptoria on the left side.
Ship cost me an arm and a leg.
Alright, almost ready.
Ready for a challenge.
Woo! Alright, stand by, fire. Damn. Alright, let's get this next gun. We'll try to wait the entire 2 minutes. The Raptoria is very damaged, and I'm very nervous about pulling any of the crew out of there. I want to give it the advanced repair techniques, but let's see what happens. So the ship is standing completely still. Let's offload one person.
If it's a fight you want, a fight you shall have.
Why does that happen? I have no idea why that happens. It's got to be a complete glitch or something. Why does taking out a person blow up the ship? That makes no sense. It must... I know what it has to do with. So I believe because it has extra things on board that provide extra armor, if you take that out while it's repairing, the game glitches out and destroys the ship because it can't keep track of the extra armor. For example, this ship, the Raptoria, had reinforced bulkhead, and it also had the regular bulkhead too, like this ship, the fine steel hull and the bulkhead, which added extra armor. And I wonder if by removing one person, see if we can put that person overboard. So that doesn't happen because that person, or rather, well, they're not overboard. Don't know if we can, there we go. So this ship isn't damaged. So that's a complete glitch. Alright, I'm going to replay that part, damage the coast again, and come back right back here. So I'll edit these two together, so that way it's seamless.
Ship under attack.
Kind of ridiculous. Alright boys, back where we left off. So minimal damage from this attack this time, though it seems like Carl's still got some of his guns functioning. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, our ships have taken a lot less damage this time for some reason. And now we're pushing back over to the other side. So repairs will have to be minimal. So we'll be able to get everything back up in ship shape before we attack. So I don't know if we can count on this repair ship anymore. I thought it was a pretty genius plan, but pulling anything out of those ships while under repair and they'll just be destroyed. So we probably lost a few ships to that before. So the game owes me at least a navy of at least, I don't know, 5 ships maybe. Man, we're attacking everything Carl's sending our way.
Stations.
Alright, now we can immediately continue the attack, because we don't have any damaged ships to worry about, at least minimal damage.
Orders.
Beautiful. Another one of Carl's trading ships are down. Alright, let's circle around. We're going to go for this gun now. We're going to escape up that way when we can.
Fleet on the move.
So let's try to get as close and as broadside to the ships so they can fire at those guns as soon as possible. We've weakened the island immensely, but not enough to continue to have them surrender. Alright, here comes the next attack. Assuming that's the Raptoria there. It is. Okay. Let the attack continue.
Ship under attack.
Fire!
Established.
One gun down. What's the next one? I thought that would finish it off. Alright, big damage from Betty there. Hit that repair and bail, baby. Alright, one gun is down, or one ship is down.
A ship was destroyed.
Now it was destroyed here. So mark where that flotsam is, and now look at where the guns are. No gun has that range in order to target us. So yet another ship lost due to BS, unless that ship somehow had a Tomahawk range or something like that.
Stations.
Alright, let's circle back to continue the attack. We'll have the repair ship pick up the slack. Anybody who needs repair, continue it. I didn't come here not expecting to lose a ship,
Engage.
but I'm not going to lose ships due to game glitches and BS anti-ship missile ranges. It could have been that gun there, but I don't think so. Oh, a Virtuoso. What do we got? Positive news. Yay! Oh, Moonshiner.
Game saved.
Alright, make me some drinks. Alright, let's continue the attack.
Ready?
We'll have that ship pick up any of the lost pieces. And we'll swing down now.
Fleet moving in convoy.
One gun eliminated.
Ship under attack.
Second gun down.
Fleet, prepare to fire.
Go for the third.
Under attack.
I wish things like one of us.
Alright, another gun out of the game. I will pick up the very useful things. I'll have one of our other ships come back and assist.
Ship under attack.
Well, now look at that. We're able to attack, no problem.
Battle deck to attention.
Let's grab some more items.
Fleet, engage.
Okay, don't need that. Need that.
Battle cruiser on the warpath.
Just want to make sure we pick up the most important thing. The ships, I guess, aren't as important. It's their items that are
Big
important.
smoke, Admiral. Battle path set.
Fire consumes one of your factories.
Alright, some more armor picked up.
Ready.
So we've now picked up 3 of the items. Dre, the Charger, the extra armor. Mercury thermometer, no.
Your people are starting to get sick.
Continue the attack. Get one more of those guns out of the way. Excellent.
Enemy target established.
Remove the remaining guns. Well, whatever was here, it probably was a small piece of armor. If it was truly destroyed. I don't think it was the best armor that we had. Maybe it was another telescope. Something that can be replaced. The ships are easily replaced, and so is one item. So not too bad. Not to mention we already lost one ship due to BS.
Resistance is crumbling.
Alright, let's get this ship back into the fight. Carl is trying to flee desperately. I think we have a surrender, folks.
Your people are healthy again.
One minor 20mm gun to go. Let's knock that repair crane out. Fire! Come on, Carl.
Wait, engage.
Come on, Carl. So this was windows, bricks, and reinforced concrete. And then something else from a random ship over there. So we'll have to replace one of those ships. But not bad.
Fleet, on point.
There we go. Clean his ass out.
Determination. You only have it because I let you have it.
Damn right.
The revolts left your city in ruins.
Battle path set.
Alright, I think the item is with us somewhere. I don't know. Alright, doesn't matter. We've got the majority of the fleet and most of the items as well. Excellent. Alright, let's go finish off his final harbor.
Moving to coordinates.
We'll continue to move at good pace. Carl still has frigates going around, so our fleet could be attacked. Oh, there's items there, but I don't have time to go back. Alright, so despite the game trying to cheat me of a ship twice, we're doing quite well. It's amazing how one of those ships became so damaged instantaneously, and then suddenly everything was okay after destroying just a couple guns. But despite that, we are doing great work. Let's go back over here, check Surgical Blake. Okay, all's good. Let's go back to the New World and check out. Got 2 ships and a couple monitors here.
Aye.
Carl has not taken any other islands. He hasn't attacked any of ours. He has no power to do so.
People
Excellent.
celebrate your leadership.
Oh, Raptoria is already celebrating. A pre-celebration.
Good and ready.
It's Commemoration Day. Excellent.
The fire left ruins behind.
Very good. Happiness plus 10. Festival increases attractiveness.
Your city has grown ugly.
Absolutely beautiful. Alright, the fleet should be mostly repaired on their way there. And we'll bring most of those items with us. We'll be able to get one ship back. If we destroy a couple of islands, we'll just be able to easily build another battle cruiser, pop the items back onto it, rename it, and we're good to go. Basically giving a ship a new coat of paint, and we're ready to go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Especially since we just wiped out one of the heavier defended islands with 2 big betties and full upgrades. So upgrades are the way to go. If you build 5 ships and fully upgrade them, that's basically like 10 ships. Or more. Probably more. Maybe more like 15.
Under attack.
Alright, Carl probably doing what we thought he would. Yep, frigate doing a drive-by. And he's attacking charter ships as well. No time, we need to steam and knock Carl out completely. This is his final stronghold. He's taking refuge somewhere. Probably the nicest house on the block that he's hiding. We need to trace him down. Still got a lot of defenses here. But it won't be much, considering he lost his big guns. I'm glad that we're at peace with George again. Warmonger was just way too much into the fight. George perhaps was misled, but Carl knew what he was doing. That's why he's got to go down. I wish we could buy ships even though we had high influence. But I guess it helps to balance things in the game.
Guns blazing.
Raptoria is the most damaged of the ships again. Better not drop any personnel overboard. Uh-oh, that might
Battle
cause the
cruiser
ship to
ready.
blow up. Oh, 8,500. Now look at these ships.
Battle deck to attention.
Oh, the Raptoria has 8,000 health. Actually, it's 10,000 health. Wow. When everything's said and done, she has 10,000 hit points. Actually, all of our ships are pretty well armored.
Cruiser ready.
7,000. That's pretty substantial, considering that these clippers have 3,000 and they're usually pretty hard to destroy. All right, this is it, the final target. And then we get to go to the parade. Yay! Are you all excited? Me too. We're gonna go have some fun.
Ship
Fleet
under
awaiting
attack.
orders.
All right, let's get off the coast. Ship under attack. Carl's frigate is just harassing as best he can.
A new commission.
The last of his diehard supporters.
Just say the word.
Let's send our boys over here. We're going to set up a barbecue on this island. What do you guys want, by the way, for barbecue? You guys want some chicken wings or brats? I'd like a burger, to be honest, and some potato salad, so I'm going to go get that started. All right. So we need to wait a little bit until our ships are fully repaired before we can attack. I don't want to lose any more. There's really nothing on this island that's of any sort of value, except for victory. Alright, once all the ships are repaired, we'll start the next phase of the attack, the final phase. Here we go. And then it's time for a parade. Yay! Alright, the time is nigh for Raptoria's victory. We need to strike now. Carl keeps attacking some of our clippers and is destroying a few, so we need to take action immediately to finish him off so we can return to peace and rule the world. Raptoria rule the waves. Hail
Ship under
Raptoria.
attack.
Raptoria victorious. Let's begin.
Fleet embarking.
Alright, let's head in with the fleet. They've repaired for quite some time, but it's not as much progress as I was hoping. But we do need to hit these targets, and we need to knock out Carl. He's cowering in there somewhere. It is up to our Marines to land on the beach after the defenses have been disabled
Fleet en route.
and find him somewhere inside. He's probably cowering in the church, screaming sanctuary, I would imagine. So let's go ahead and get ready to strike him.
Ship under attack.
Alright, Carl's force is firing first.
Moving to
Gonna fire all guns.
Have you any idea how much that cost?
One gun disabled. Second turret gonna be destroyed here, or the crane.
Established.
Some of the Navy coming back over. Alright, fire again.
Clear stations.
Finish off that crane.
It's out of my hands now.
Same here. Crane destroyed, gun destroyed, excellent.
Engage.
Let's hit the main base. Let him have it, Raptoria.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Hit his main harbor.
Fleet ready.
Finish off that smaller gun.
Enemy target established.
And we need to destroy guns as soon as possible.
Sweep your
What the hell?
for treasure.
Some of these ships are being destroyed with like 20% health or something like that. This has got to be a game glitch where it's not recognizing all of that armor. Despite that, Raptoria will continue the attack.
Was destroyed.
We've seen many garbage and BS here. Let's watch our ship's health.
You lost an influence.
If any else gets destroyed. There's no such thing as a critical hit, but perhaps we can
resistance is crumbling.
say that it's that. Raptoria is still fighting. So long as she's here, the spirit is with us. Let's pick up some of those pieces now. Excellent. Marines have found Carl. He's surrendering. And now he faces trial.
Left to run for the von marching line. Be my surrogate. Show them all how to run the cutthroat business.
Alright, there we go.
Ready for
The
action.
revolts
Raptoria
left your city in ruins.
is victorious. Despite losing a ship that had an immense amount of
A
health
competitor has
due
been
to
annihilated.
Battle cruiser
minor,
on the warpath.
minor damage or whatnot. Gonna pick up this person as well.
Them orders for us.
Alright, we should have all of our goods back. Let's see, this one's got 3, that one's got 4 or 5. So that should be some of the stuff from the previous attack. Alright,
Aye.
it's time for a parade. Let's pick up the rest of this. Let's end this. Alright, so in all we lost 2 ships. Well, I guess another one, because remember, when we tried to repair one, it detonated, and another one exploded at about 20% health, and another one at 30% health. So who knows with this game? But if that's the case, the developers need to patch that, because the multiplayer battle is going to be an absolute pain. If you build a navy and upgrade it and put proper people in the vehicle, and then it's destroyed because of whatever parameter, that's going to be very frustrating. Despite that, on all the setbacks, Raptoria is victorious, and we've won the day. Let's get out of here.
Battle cruiser ready.
We've got all of our spoils of war. It's time to return to Raptoria victoriously. Let's go. Here we go. Alright, back to the harbor we go. It is time for a parade. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching the Raptoria series. If you get it up to 2,500 likes, we will continue on with expeditions, world domination, reorganization, and so much more. But I appreciate you all showing your support to the community and to the videos and the live streams and everything. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's time to get down to a parade. You guys are going to be late, so get down there. Thanks again for clicking and tapping that like button, and I'll see you all soon for more Anno 1800. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for sticking with me and cheering me on. Glory to Raptoria. I can see the Navy coming back now. Now everyone rise for the Raptorian National Anthem.